Look at that. It's gonna do a work.
Shiny, shiny, shiny. Has the colours.
Hey, keep moving it around. I can't show the camera when you keep moving it around.
That's because I'm too shaky. My weld's all wobbly because I'm too shaky.
God, we definitely need to make a video of shit welders say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. Well, I definitely couldn't say I could do any better. So, nice little bit of fabrication.
It's not very good.
We certainly could have done it quicker though.
Yeah, well, I was too busy shaking instead.
Alright, let's get this bitch in there.
Can you get the clamp, please? Do you have the clamp?
Oh yeah, nice. Beautiful.
Shit. It doesn't fit.
Shut up. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I'd probably put it that way if it was me.
Well, you know who it is? Me. Get on there, you fucking dog.
Nah, you're fucking... We'll get it over.
Oh yep, beautiful. Beautiful and nice.
Don't zoom in too much.
Why?
You'll see the bird poo.
Not happy, are you, Adam?
I'm never happy, you know that.
Oh, well, like I said, I can't say we would have done any of a better job. And look at that, beautiful.
Well, it does.
You're welcome, Pecky. You owe Adam a sticker. Or something.
Fucking quesadilla. No, I don't care. I'm here to do that weldy.
No, I suppose it's our contract.
Yeah.
So it means you're not getting paid. Nah, I'll give you a shit.
We're not even getting paid, so...
Right, let's drop this down and get it started up and see how loud it is gonna be.
Bing bing bong bing bong bing bing bong bing bong bing bing bong.
Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good for an NA 4-cylinder. I enjoy the sound. That's great.
I think it sounds cool.
Adam likes it. Definitely needs tune. Needs a dose of tune. But no, sounds good. Not bad. Alright, so this is pretty much my plan. As you can see, strap the front wheels to the ramp. Rex set up the back straps pretty well over the diff, so they're going to hold it. And as you can see, it doesn't actually fall into the rollers. It just sits on top of the front roller, so it's like a single roller dyno. And hopefully that gets us out of trouble, because as you can see how close that is, if that wheel was to drop down into between the rollers, that would just bottom out, like worse than Adam's car did. So
hopefully it doesn't turn the tyres with this whopping, like, 80
yeah,
wheel.
again, you probably, you might get it, yeah, I don't know how keen I'd be keen to try this with like a high powered car, but given that this thing's going to be like maybe 100 horsepower, it should be safe as. So, and we just used a jackknife the Falcon out the front and turn the winch 90 degrees for it to get out of the freaking way. Turn the winch 90 degrees and just use that to winch it up nice and controlled like. So yeah, hopefully this is how we're going to get it done. Get it done, son. That's pretty much this thing ready to go. Like I said, I'm not going to dyno it today. I'll probably dyno it tomorrow. So the plan is at the moment, dyno it tomorrow, and Jacob hopefully come on Wednesday to pick it up. So, but hopefully this setup works. Looks like it's going to work. I think it's going to be fine. which will be good to know for later on. So anyway, now we've got to move on to some other stuff, different videos, so we'll pick this back up tomorrow. See you then. Righto guys, same day, Rex is working on the 1J Lux. Adam, the whole reason I wasn't going to tune today is because I thought it was a public holiday for one, but it's not. And secondly, because Adam was meant to be welding up his guards and I didn't want to fight Adam for power. But Adam's not welding today, he's still paint stripping, so I decided, well, Adam's paint stripping stuff, I may as well get started on it. So I'm just going to start tuning this thing and we'll check in for how we go today. You know, being aspirated, it shouldn't take us very long to tune, so it should be pretty quick. Hopefully get the fuel sort of knocked over today. And by that point, maybe Adam will be ready to start welding, and then Adam's just going to come out tomorrow and finish those off. So should work out pretty well, hopefully. Righto guys, well Jacob will be happy to know the thing is freaking rowdy, like really loud. But we're getting there. We're already up sort of 117, which is pretty good. Trying to get this fuel, I'm trying to get these lumps out, but it's really hard. It's like going to an aspirated car, I can get a lot more resolution on the map part of the, like the map axis of the map, but I can't do much more with the RPM because these things rev so high. So I can't get much more resolution and I just can't seem to sort of smooth, like I've got it fairly smooth, these lumps. Still need to just bring that down a little bit. I've just chucked a few more into the fuel map, but I just thought I'd let everything cool down for a minute. But yeah, it's getting pretty close to, you know, that 12.8 under at full load there. Getting pretty good. So pretty happy with it. Just got to keep going, and then obviously eventually chuck the nut box on and do some timing. But that'll be tomorrow because it's already like 3:30, and this thing's way too loud to keep dynoing after 4 o'clock. Not going to happen. So I'll probably just let everything cool down a bit and just chuck another hit at it and just see what just adding a little bit more in there did. Hopefully it smoothed that just a little bit better. And then I'm pretty happy with the fuel curve after that. And then yeah, that's pretty much the fuel done. Again, NA cars are just a lot quicker and easier to do. This setup on the dyno has worked perfectly. I'm glad it's already made a bit more power than I expected. I'm actually pretty impressed with that, like 117. I pulled a little bit of timing out just because obviously going from boosted to NA, you're under sort of more load at you know, at 0 rather than when it's turboed at atmospheric pressure. You don't have as much load on the engine because you've got a little bit more flow. So I pulled a bit of timing out just to do the fuel map, just to be safe. But I don't know, I'll be surprised. I reckon we'll go 120. I don't think we'll go much more than 120, but still be heaps of fun. That'll be cool. So I'm surprised. I thought it was going to go like maybe 110. So if we can crack 120, I'll be happy. I'll be stoked. I haven't talked to Jacob about what his actual expectations are of the setup, what he expects to get out of it, but I reckon that's pretty healthy. That's good. Alrighty, so got the fuel curve sorted. I managed to get these lumps out of the fuel curve. It's nice and dead straight pretty much now. Dead even on sort of my 12.8, which is 12.7, 12.8. It's perfect for full load on an NA car. That's great. So I chucked a few degrees back in. So the whole timing map is back to where it was before I started. So back to where it was with the turbo tune. Didn't quite crack 120 yet. Can't crack 120 just yet. I'll wait for Adam to finish. Alright, sorry guys, Adam's finished. But yeah, as I was saying, can't crack that 120 at the moment. It's like 4 o'clock now, so and this thing is freaking like so rowdy. So I'm not going to keep dialing on after 4 o'clock. That's just chucking a few degrees of timing in up to where the tune already was at before I started. So that's the timing is there now. So tomorrow morning, or when I want to start making heaps of noise again, we'll get the knockbox out and we'll just see if we should be able to crack 120, but I don't think it'll go much more than that. So that last degree of timing added only went like another 0.2 horsepower, so I'd say we're sort of getting close to the limits. But yeah, we'll check it with the knockbox, see what it sounds like, and see if we can get some more timing up top maybe, and just try and get it to that 122 maybe? It's probably pushing it. It'll go 120, but I'm confident it'll go 120. So honestly, that's pretty good. That's more than I was expecting, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'll send some photos to Jacob and see what he reckons. But from what he said to me in passing as I was taking the car, I think he was only expecting about just over 100 as well. So hopefully he's pretty happy with 120. Feels pretty good. Still needs a lot of work though. Still need a lot of enrichment work and stuff. But that'll be tomorrow. But it's good to have a bit of a benchmark of where we're at. So I will continue with this tomorrow. We'll see you then. Alright guys, another freezing cold morning here this morning, which is good because it means you can really dial in cold start really well. It's hard to really dial in cold start in summer in Australia because it doesn't actually get that cold. And then come winter, everyone's coming back whinging at you that the cold start's not good enough. But anyway, so I don't want to make noise with that thing yet because it's freaking loud. So while I've been waiting for Adam to do welding, which he still isn't doing, I decided to fix my trailer brakes finally, which is something I've been meaning to do for like 6 months. It's one of those things, like whenever you go to use the trailer, you're always in a hurry. Always loading up in a hurry to go do something in a hurry. You never actually do things. And then you finally fix it and it only took you like 5 minutes and you feel like an idiot. Anyway, at least that's sorted. I'm going to load up the AE82 because I'm taking it back down to Brisbane tomorrow morning. And yeah, pretty soon, about 10 o'clock or so, I'll start making some noise, finish off this tune for Pecky. And then we're going to leave it on the rollers so that Pecky can come out tomorrow and make his own video and get some footage of it on the rollers, which is fair enough. So that's all good. It's not really in our way being on the rollers. But I suppose I did neglect to mention me doing this for Pecky. I'm actually doing this in exchange for printing credit. So as you know, Jacob runs Deathcliff Printing, prints a lot of shirts and stuff, prints most of like your big YouTubers in Australia. Most of their merch gets done by Jacob. So yeah, now that I've sort of done work on his car, I'm pretty sure he legally has to answer my fan mail. And I get to get some merch done, which means you guys' merch is going to be coming very soon, which is great because it means you guys get to buy merch. Also, I forgot to bring socks today, which I'm devout about, so normally I don't forget socks, but I did today. Righto guys, it's midday. Adam's finally finished welding up his damn guards. So now I can...
It's only 11:30.
Freaking midday.
This is making me seem worse.
It's 11:42, mate.
Yeah, well, I was done at 11:30.
Anyway, it means I can finally actually get back to tuning this thing. So I've got the knockbox hooked up. Actually found a really good spot for the knockbox there underneath the exhaust manifold. So when I had the knockbox on Josh's 4H, I found that they are just a very loud valve train. So having it there underneath the head is a much better spot for it. Much better position for me to actually hear knock accurately. And just doing some research, just for my reference, for as far as what people are running with timing for aspirated setups, we have so much timing we can put into this. So as far as I'm aware, it's just a stock 4H, stock cam, stock compression, and we can, yeah, there's so much timing we have to move with. So yeah, I'll keep going with this thing, try and get a bit more power out of it, and I'll tune in or report back when we've got as much power as I reckon we'll get out of it. I'm not going to bother filming any more power runs. They're all the same after a while, just so that you get a bit of an idea of what the car sounds like, but we'll tune back in soon. Righto guys, we have got some timing in this thing. It is still, compared to what I researched, what a lot of people are running in aspirated 4Hs is still not even like close to touching what a lot of people are running as far as timing goes. But I just found it stopped responding to timing. it was not really making any more power. And yeah, I tried jamming heaps of timing in. I tried heaps of stuff, and it didn't respond too well to making any more power with a heap more timing in it. So no point in having it in there. So I pulled that out. Ended up with 32, which is still a fair bit of timing. Tried a few things. Tried more fuel, less fuel. I tried leaning it out just a little bit, and then again it sort of just made the same sort of power. So ended up at 123 though. Did break our 123, so obviously we broke our 120, which is awesome, and 123 is a really good result. So I'm stoked with that, really happy. So I ended up at 123, pretty much putting fuel back to where it was. Pretty cool for a drift motor. Like I said, we haven't had a lot to do with 4As until this thing and Josh's one, so it's cool to be able to do a turbo one and do an aspirated one in rear wheel drive as well, straight after. Cool little learning experience. So anyway, I'm stoked. 123.3 horsepower at the wheels. To my knowledge, that's pretty staunch. I reckon it's pretty staunch. We've worked out, based on the horsepower per cube of this 1.6 litre motor, say something like an LS1, which is 5.7 litres, to make this like a similar horsepower per cubic inch, you know, your LS1 would be making 440 at the wheels. So that's pretty impressive. That's pretty big. So anyway, that's going to be it for now. And Pecky's coming tomorrow, so we'll film a little bit tomorrow as well and chuck that in too, and we'll see you then. What's going on, guys? So Jacob actually isn't coming out today. He's just too busy printing and doing what he's doing, so he doesn't have the time to sort of come out. So that's not happening today, which is all good. It just means I'm going to give this thing another hit at the cold start this morning, and then it's going to come off the dyno and go out undercover until such a time as either, if Jacob gets time over the next maybe 2 weeks, he's going to see if he can come out for a day. But we're not that worried about it. If not, I'll just take it back with me and he can grab it from my place. Not a big deal at all. I think he wanted to come out and get a little bit of footage of it on the dyno for his channel, which if you don't already follow, go and have a look. I'll put the link in the description. But, you know, just not going to happen. Everyone's so freaking busy at the moment. So that's going to be it for this. 123 is the number. Super stoked with it. Jacob's stoked. Everything's happy. Everything's good. Yeah, that's pretty much... Ooh, pardon me. Just had a big pie. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Smash like, smash subscribe. Go check out Jacob's channel. And we'll see you on the next video. Catch you later, guys. Peace out.